Hi, everyone. My name is Isha, and I will be leading you through a love meditation today. I wanted to share that everything I've learned about love is through movies, and specifically, when I was little, someone that really stuck with me in the movies was Robin Williams. And I just adored how he expressed love and all the different layers that and nuances that love has. And he just was a beautiful example of like love transcending the screen. Even after his loss, like his love was so felt throughout the world. I can talk to just about anyone about Robin Williams, and then people just have this huge smile on their faces. So I wanted to start actually by playing a little clip. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna throw this on.
I have been late,
Really? Good
Big
for
time.
you.
Big time.
Big time,
I went on a date last week. It
huh? How'd it go?
was good.
You going out again?
I don't know.
Why not?
I haven't called her.
Christ, you're an amateur.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but this girl's like, beautiful. She's smart. She's fun. It's different from most of the girls I've been with.
So call her up, Romeo.
Why? So I can realize she's not that smart, that she's fucking boring? Yeah, I mean, this girl's like fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that. But I think that's a super philosophy, Will. That way you can go through your entire life without ever having to really know anybody. My wife used to fart when she was nervous. She had all sorts of wonderful little idiosyncrasies. She used to fart in her sleep. Sorry I shared that with you. One night it was so loud it woke the dog up. She woke up and got like, "Oh, was that you?" I said, "Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her." Oh, God.
She woke herself up.
Oh, Christ. But Will, she's been dead 2 years, and that's the shit I remember. It's wonderful stuff, Little things like that. Yeah, but those are the things I miss the most. The little idiosyncrasies that only I knew about. That's what made her my wife. Oh, and she had the goods on me, too. She knew all my little peccadillos. People call these things imperfections, but they're not. Oh, that's the good stuff. And then we get to choose who we let into our weird little worlds. You're not perfect, sport. And let me save you the suspense. This girl you met, she isn't perfect either. But the question is whether or not you're perfect for each other. That's the whole deal. That's what intimacy is all about. Now, you can know everything in the world, sport, but the only way you're finding out that one is by giving it a shot. You certainly won't learn from an old fucker like me. Even if I did know, I wouldn't tell a pissant like you.
Has anyone ever seen that scene before? Yeah? Okay, cool. So that's a clip from Good Will Hunting, which is one of my favorite films. This past week, I've been thinking a lot about death and talking to a lot of beautiful friends about death because it's been on the mind with Halloween, like all these kind of thoughts have been stewing. And why I wanted to bring that up is that I've discovered two things through thinking about death and love this week. One of them is that even though our bodies are impermanent and death is about mortality, love is about immortality. It's that the energy that we generate when we feel love it survives beyond time and understanding. And the other thing I learned is that love is not about grand gestures and these big moments. What makes us really fall in love are the tiny little constellation of things that we experience in life. So whether it's someone who's currently present and living in your life or someone who has passed, it's maybe the way that they sipped coffee or held their cup of tea. It's the way that they looked at you when they spoke to you, or it's how the sound of their fart is literally what makes you fall in love with them and what stays with you when they're no longer around. And so, can we find today moments of insignificance and amplify them and build that unconditional love through this meditation? So, I would love to invite you guys to find a comfortable seat. Make any little tiny adjustments. I know you guys just came back from break, but just adjust whatever you need to be comfortable. If you're laying down, I ask that you elevate or raise your head so that you still stay alert and ready for the meditation. And when you're ready, please flutter your eyes closed and place whichever hand on your heart. And we're just going to take a few moments to breathe at our normal rhythm. Breathe naturally with as little effort as possible. Think about the true nature and beauty of love, which is both ordinary and extraordinary, both everyday little things and eternal things that will live way past when we're gone. Ground down in your body. Keep your spine as elongated as you can. And don't forget your Mona Lisa smile. I would like you to envision a perfect place that is really special. It could be real or imaginary. It's a secret place for you. And it feels really cozy and safe when you're there. Through every inhale and exhale, you start building the space into more clarity. If you want to release your hand down to your thigh, and I want you to envision a teacher, a guide, if you will, someone whose qualities really empower you to feel like you can walk through this world a little taller, a little more expansive. Bring them in to your perfect place. And as they sit in front of you, think about those qualities that you admire about them so much. Slowly, that person, that teacher, dissolves into a tiny little droplet of light and makes its way to the crown of your head, down your spine, and resides right in the center of your heart space. And they become a part of you. The light dissolves into your heart. That teacher is no longer there, but the fragrance of them still lingers with you. And that light begins to expand from your heart space to every little molecule in your body, in your body. It doesn't have to be fast. The light can move like honey until you feel every single part of you is bathed in this beautiful, radiant light. I want you to think about something that makes you giggle, or maybe the last time you laughed really, really hard to the point where snot was coming out of your nose. Something that makes your cheeks flush when you think about it. Hold on to that feeling and that giggle and let go of that memory. Now think about someone easy to love. Maybe this is someone that has passed on that you still feel the essence of their love, or someone in your life now. Bring them in and feel the natural warmth and tenderness of their presence. Your light begins to pour into them, filling them up and removing any suffering or any pain or any fear that they've ever had. Now take this special loved one and place them in the center of your heart space. Let them stay a little bit longer. Now I want to invite you to bring in someone that you see on a regular basis, maybe someone you passed on your way to training this morning or when you were grabbing your coffee, but someone that's insignificant in your day-to-day life. There may be a background character in a movie that you're the main character of. Now begin to pour that light into them with the same ease that you poured the love and light into your loved one. You might not know what they're going through, but they might be suffering as well and going through challenges. As this light begins to fill them up, so are their suffering and their heartaches being removed. Notice how you might begin to start caring about this somebody that wasn't important to you. Notice if your feelings towards them and your perception of them begin to change. Place that stranger in your heart space next to your loved one. Now they have a special friend that they can just stay a little bit longer. Now I would like you to bring in someone who has hurt you. I know this can be very challenging. but you've already generated so much love, and you have your loved one and your stranger there too. Notice the resistance you might feel about this person that's hurt you. Can you look at it with no judgment? Now begin to fill up this person with that light. Fill them up so much so that the light begins to pour out of them because you gave them a little extra. Now place that very person that's hurt you in your heart space next to your stranger and next to the one you love the most. This light that you've generated that's multiplied through all these people begins to expand. You start feeling the little hairs on your body start to feel electrified because you generated so much light and love inside of you. And this light floods the room that you're currently in and starts to seep in through your home, into your neighborhood. That light gets so big that it starts to cross state lines and expand more and more and more until it reaches the edges of the earth. Now I want you to begin to draw that light that you've spread back towards you. Molecule by molecule, it makes its way back to your heart space and turns back into just one single droplet. And it disappears like it was magic. Take a deep breath, return back to your body, and notice how your body, how your mind must feel. And take your right hand, place it on your left back and your left hand, and wrap it all the way around you and give yourself a giant squeeze. And I want you to whisper into the nook of your elbow, I love you. I love everyone. When you're ready, let it go. I hope that you feel that even though it might be very hard to grasp how to generate unconditional love, it might feel hard because we think it's this expansive, grand moment and memory, but it's really not. It comes from the tiniest detail, and it can be generated from the tiniest moment, because we are just a constellation of those tiny memories that we have from people that we love. And it is that seed that can expand and make you feel that unconditional love at any moment. Thank you so much for taking my class, and I hope to see you again soon.